Well, it's only 3 weeks until the season's first representative match, Country versus City in Newcastle. And one man who seems assured of selection in the Country team is Brian Johnston. Johnston, who hails from Dunedoo in central New South Wales, had an unusual schoolboy football background. Johnston is a product of Scots College in Sydney, a school steeped in rugby union history.
Had a low-key build-up as far as the media has been concerned. I'd just like to go on record as saying that Craig Young's pre-season training has been the hardest we've ever had. We've had a good base to work from and to get into these games. Craig's always been confident in the team's ability, and now it's up to us to prove it on the paddock. As you know, all the teams are very even, so it's a week-to-week proposition, but we're quietly confident that we can do well this year.
Is the side anywhere near as good as, say, 84, 85?
I think ability-wise, the side would be on par with 84, 85, but I think this year we're beginning to play a little bit more team football and to cover for your mates, which you have to do if you want to win those close games.
The guy up to the halfway line, looking for support. He's got it on the inside. Picking it up now in the end is Robinson. Robinson away to Gill. Gill sends it out, and Walford will score his second try.
I think the club has changed over management. I think it's turning into a new era now, particularly Craig Young, who has the respect of the players and the knowledge of the game and commands a lot of discipline, and that's the key word, I think, in our play this year. We are a little bit more disciplined than we were last year. We still have a long way to go, of course. We make a lot of silly mistakes, give away a lot of penalties, but the players are there. I think there's a spirit in the club that's being generated through the couple of wins we had, and I think there's the willingness to win is there, and also we've realised that we have to win. It's no good just playing first grade or playing any game unless you do win, particularly at this level.
You know, it's take week by week. I'm learning all the time, and the players have helped me tremendously well. Every time I ask them to do something, there's no bitching. They get in and do it, and they've been very professional about it.
Let's go back to when Brian Johnston started playing football. I mean, you went to Scots in Sydney, a school that was steeped in rugby union history. What prompted you to play rugby league?
Well, when I went back to the country after finishing high school, of course, at Dunedoo, there's no rugby union, so rugby league's the only winter sport. And, along with all the rest of the locals, that's all there was to do on the weekend. So rugby league's sort of a natural way of life for me.
And what was it about Scots? I mean, what did Scots teach Brian Johnston as a footballer?
I think rugby union does have something to offer to everybody. I think perhaps the handling, the aspect of quick hands along the back line, and, although I wasn't playing a forward there, the dedication of the forwards to keep driving and to keep the attack going forward in the forwards.
And what about Brian Johnston? Is Brian thinking about perhaps having to go to the wing again when the representatives team comes around?
Oh, well, I'll play anywhere for country. I mean, any time you get a start in a country team, it's certainly an honour. And to represent all the people out in the bush, you like to get in and knock the city people over. Yeah, I'd love to.
Well, to sum him up in a few words, I think he's a true professional in rugby league. That's probably why he's played so long at the top level, represented Australia. Well, that speaks for itself. He's been the best, and probably one of the best centres running around the Winfield competition at the moment.
And what are your aspirations from here on in? Maybe the Kangaroo Tour at the end of next year?
Well, I'll certainly be looking at trying to win a few more games for St George this year, and hopefully, our short-term goal is to make the semi-finals this year. Then next year I'll worry about, next year when it comes along. As you know, I'm getting a bit long in the tooth, so